Welcome to Rex Arthur TV. This is the Rex Arthur Show, where we discuss LGBTQ issues with an LGBTQ approach and an LGBTQ perspective and a humanistic approach in an LGBTQ plus planet. And each and every one of us belongs to one letter in the sexual alphabet, made up of 10 letters: LGBT, QQI, I hope you know your letter. I do. Yes, and we are back to Article 28 of the UADHR. We are doing the marathon, the UDHR marathon, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights marathon, and we've been running very well. It has been a beautiful marathon. I thought I was going to finish it yesterday, but lo and behold, I had to come this day, and it's great, and we're so happy. It has been lovely. I've really enjoyed myself. I've learned a lot. I've poured my heart out. I've expressed myself, and we have now come to the last right of the article, and that's right to a social and international order. Everyone is entitled to a social and international order in which the rights and freedoms set forth in this declaration can be fully realized. All right. So, the right to a social and international order, right to a social and is enshrined in that. The right is not explicitly mentioned in any of the core human rights conventions. I wonder why, but I think it's because most conventions do not really understand the meaning of a social and international order. Now, let us break it down. What is a social order? A social order is a system of society, and an international order is a system of nations. So, you have a right to be a member. You have a right to be a member of a social system and an international system. Reason being, you are a human being, and human beings make societies, and human beings make up nations, and these nations should work together, and therefore when they work together they create an international order. When they work together they make a society. So a society is a social order, and a conglomeration of nations is an international order. You have a right to be part and parcel of these systems. And the United Nations, all of us are part of the United Nations. Yes, this is the most important article to declare your full participation in the United Nations. As long as your country has signed up to the United Nations Declaration of Human Rights and also the United Nations Charter, you are a member of the United Nations as a human and as an individual. And this is why we have gone through the UDHR, because I am a member of the United Nations. Yes, as an individual, because my countries, because I have more than one citizenship, my countries are members of the United Nations. Yes, I have all of the citizenships I want to have. Dual citizenship. I am a member of the United Nations thanks to those countries being members of the United Nations. So I have a right to talk about international rights, international issues, because I am a member of the United Nations. And this is what this article really means. And it's not mentioned in the many core human rights conventions because it is not very much understood. Most people are not very international. Many people are nationalistic. And this is a globalist clause. Remember, the UDHR is a beautiful document of diverse ideologies. Nationalism is in the UDHR. Even United Nations is the United Nationalism. Diverse nationalisms. You have religious nationalism, queer nationalism, um, Zionism. You know, Israel is a Zionist state. Is a, well, not really Zionist. It's a Jewish state, so that's Jewish nationalism. Zionism is different. Then you have all of these African nationalism. You know, ZANU PF is an African nationalist party, so that makes Zimbabwe a very nationalist country. South Africa is the ANC as a nationalist congress. African National Congress is a nationalist country. All of these countries that still have their nationalist parties of old, they are nationalist. And you had Trump declaring that he's a nationalist. Well, guess what? Even the United Nations is a conglomeration of nationalist countries. But the UDHR is also a globalist document, and this clause makes it a globalist. When you see the word international, that is a globalist statement, because globalization is the connection of nations as one entity. That's why the world, for a globalist, I'm a globalist. I believe the world is a global village. And my dream is that I can go to Bhutan and I can go to Turkmenistan with my passport and they won't disturb me. I need no visa and I have the one currency of the world. It's beautiful. The world will be so beautiful. I can't wait for that time when the world has one currency and we have one language. You go to Turkmenistan and you speak English. Oh my God, it's heaven. You know, we just can't wait for that time to come. And so I'm working very hard for a globalist system. I know very many people are nationalists. As I've told you, there's also queer nationalism. But guess what? There is also queer globalism. And I support queer globalization. I am a queer globalist. I'm an LGBTQ globalist. And I know why, because I am a part of the international order. All humans are part of the international system because we are in one planet called Earth. We are not in. So, that's what we are. And another thing you need to understand, I'm no longer in the camp of fighting nationalists versus globalists. No, we work together. A globalist is a conglomeration of nationalists. A nationalist is one part of the globalist system. So don't be cheated that globalists are fighting nationalists. No, it's just the usual misunderstanding that people think that when we have a nationalist system, you can't be a globalist. No, 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 no. The globalist system is made up of many nationalists, and that is what United Nations is. It is a globalist organization. The only thing that now United Nations is facing, the problem is that is trying to make each and every nation look like one nation. That's now where we're having a problem. And then what we're trying to mean, we need a prototype nation for all the nations, United Nations. And my prototype nation is, this is my prototype nation. Like something similar to America. Every country in the world should look like America. What do I mean by looking like America? Muslims, Christians, Hindus, Buddhists, LGBTQ persons, men, and women. Of course, America doesn't look like that yet. It's still white majority. But maybe you can let's take the Scandinavian countries and Netherlands. Yeah, that system. All of these groups of people are allowed to. They are equal in the law. Yeah, let's take Netherlands. I think Netherlands is a good country, and the Scandinavian countries. America still has issues to balance the racist tendencies. A system whereby every group of every inclusion of everybody, so that now the Arab world, a Christian can run as president in the Arab world, and a Muslim can run as a president in a predominantly Christian country. What I mean by that, all the constitutions of these countries will be saying the same thing. And you only make national laws that are different, because countries have different histories, so they will have different national laws. But a constitution, we should have one constitution that combines us together, so that everybody is equal. LGBTQ persons equal. Yes, a gay person can be president in Kuwait. Yes, he's a gay atheist and he can lead Kuwait, because when they do the campaign, he speaks well and he knows the issues. Now, how many years will my dream come to pass? It may even take 300 years. But it's still a dream. It's still a plan. And I'll put it down on paper. My picture. I already have the LGBTQ utopia. And I'm going to make the globalist LGBTQ utopia, whereby you can live in every country, any country in the world, freely, and be equally treated in every country in that world. All right. Thank you so much. We are done with the rights, and now we're going to do Article 29.